Hey guys, Bill Melugin up here on Capitol Hill covering a story today that has a whole lot of people up here talking. That is the fact that millions of kids in Australia woke up this morning without access to social media. Australia becoming the first country on the entire planet to try something like this. They are banning social media for anybody under age 16. So X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of them banned for anybody under age 16. So the question kind of logically becomes, well, could that happen here in the U.S. and should it happen here in the U.S.? Politicians on both sides of the aisle we've talked to today seem pretty open to the idea of potentially trying it. They're really upset with big tech. They feel they're not protecting kids enough. And keep in mind, there are a bunch of bills up here on Capitol Hill designed to protect kids online that are stalled in Congress. They're locked up in political gridlock, and some politicians believe the reason for that is because big tech, places like Meta, are hiring all sorts of lobbyists who don't want these bills to go through because they don't want to lose the market of teenagers online. So is something like this going to happen in the U.S. anytime soon? It's unlikely. There are obviously going to be free speech concerns, freedom of expression concerns, and the basic fact that there's gridlock up here and basic internet safety bills aren't able to get off the floor. But there is a dark side to social media, obviously. Obviously, it does a lot of good. A lot of young people use it for a lot of great reasons. But there was a mom who testified up here on Capitol Hill yesterday. There was a hearing with the Senate Judiciary Committee where they were talking about the dangers of predators online going after young kids who don't really know a whole lot better. And there was a mom who testified as part of that committee. Her name is Tamia Woods. She had a teenage son who was a high school track star, had everything going for him, and he connected with somebody on Instagram who he thought was a girl who was interested in him. And you know how it is with teenagers, sometimes you don't make the best decisions. They had conversation with each other. She asked him to video chat. He did it, and he exposed himself on that video chat. And during that, that person who ended up not being a teenage girl took screenshots and began extorting this teenage boy. So much to the point that he got over 200 messages in just 19 hours. And unfortunately, because of that blackmail, what happened was they said, if you don't pay us, we're gonna release these images. It drove him so crazy getting all these messages and threats and blackmail that he got a gun and he shot himself and he took his own life. So his mom has been advocating for him. It was not a teenage girl he was talking to. It ended up being blackmailers, extortionists in Africa from Ivory Coast. That's who he was talking to. It was several different people. So obviously those are some of the horror stories, the darker side of social media. But Australia being the first country in the world to outright ban social media for anybody under the age of 16. You can go on different forums. There were kids who were real sad talking about their YouTube playlists getting taken away, talking about not being able to talk to friends on Snapchat, on Instagram. It's a talker, and some of the politicians we've talked to, both Republican and Democrat up here, have been open to the idea. They're not slamming the door shut, saying they wouldn't want to do a ban. Congressman Ro Khanna from California, for instance, said he would be okay with a ban for 13 and under, not 16 and under. So if you go on social media today, you type anything in that says Australia, you're going to probably see people talking about this. It's getting talked about right here on Capitol Hill as well. The question is, are any bills going to be passed in the coming weeks and months to protect kids online? If so, an outright ban may not be needed. If not, you might hear a lot more noise up here with politicians saying drastic action has to be taken. And that is it from up here on Capitol Hill. Bill Melugin, congressional correspondent.